Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 229 is here and it kind of proves that Gojo might win, but it also teases that there is actually no chance for Satoru Gojo to win this fight against Ryomen Sukuna, and it kind of shows how things are actually looking like a different tennis match. I mean, people are cheering on both sides and kind of not knowing where the match will be. It's like a suspenseful match. But before we continue, if you could grab the subscribe button and get me to 500 subscribers, I'll be really grateful. I'm pretty close to that and I'm really sure that you might like the content on my channel, which is related to every Shonen Jump manga. So the chapter begins off where we left off with both their domains gone, and now Gojo and Sukuna again, start their domain and they just shout domain expansion as they bring in their domains. But what's weird this time is Sukuna is doing it, whose domain was cancelled. But that is amazing because we are known what happened in the next panel. Angel points out that Sukuna might have actually learned how to, use reverse curse technique, but the problem is, did he always know how to use reverse curse technique to restore his technique, or did he just learn from watching Gojo? Because if he did learn, that actually makes it even more difficult to defeat him. While Kusakabe notes that Gojo had just like 3 minutes to knock out, Sukuna's domain inside Infinite Void, which is the only time limit that he has if he has to win. The main thing that should happen is if Gojo is able to destroy Malevolent Shrine inside the Infinite Void inside his own domain, Gojo will win 100%, as we see Gojo menacingly smile, which is even more evil than Roman Sukuna if you ask me. Then we are shown a series of fist blows by, Gojo and Sukuna, but it looks like Gojo is having the upper hand as we see that he is actually knocking the shit out of, Sukuna. Again, both their domains is gone and everyone are on the edge of their seats. As Mei points out, Choso is unfazed by this and Kusakabe shouts that this was also simultaneous as Gojo's domain was beaten down from the outside. Malevolent Shrine went up because Sukuna was seriously injured and he was no longer able to keep up the domain, exactly like the same thing. They are enjoying it like a football match where each team is actually scoring every 5 minutes, and it's kind of, keeping us on the edge of seats, and it's, oh my god, I'm just lost of words to describe the scenes right now. Just imagine this being animated in the anime. Well, Gojo and Sukuna again use the domain expansion and they shout out domain expansion as they, start their domain expansions. I just said domain expansion so many times. But yes, this time, the main hero Yuta actually notices something and he tells, wait, I think I just saw something. What did Yuta see? It seems that Yuta thinks that Gojo actually activated his domain like less than 0.001 seconds earlier than Sukuna, which means that Gojo's domain will actually be more effective than Sukuna's domain. So this is kind of confusing because is like 0.001 seconds actually worth more? I don't really know, but it looks like Gojo might have the upper hand this time around because he is a bit early. And even Gojo notices this and he doesn't miss his chance as he goes for the strike to a weakened Sukuna and just punches him in the chest. He isn't just going for his chest, he wants to break each and every bone in his body to make sure Sukuna never heals, like the way he did with Yuji when he was in Yuji's body. I mean, he brought Yuji back to life. Do you remember that? Yes, he doesn't want that to happen. He wants Sukuna gone forever and ever. And then Gojo uses his new attack called Void Unlimited, or it might be Unlimited Void. I have no idea how to read it from left to right or right to left. I'm just confused with this kind of paneling. But yes, this has the words Void and Unlimited. But I guess this doesn't stop Sukuna because he's using Megumi's domain expansion, and this time he handles the 8-handle sword and he goes into his own form and uses an attack or a kind of move called Divergent Sila Divine General Mahoraga. Mahoraga is a very special attack which actually was the one thing that Gojo was expecting, but somehow he didn't use it. But now Sukuna is in his main base form or a powerful form, while the 8-handle sword thing floats above his head like as if he's an angel even though he's the devil. But Gojo is unfazed because he knows that it will take so much time for Mahoraga to actually get adapted to his unlimited void. And just when he thought that's the reason, Sukuna just attacks. I mean, Mahoraga just attacks. I have no idea how to call him or what to call him, but it just easily adapts and attacks him. And even Gojo is shocked as we see Sukuna, aka Mahoraga, give a weird, evil kind of smile, which is even more evil than Gojo. I'm pretty sure these things are kind of unimportant to you guys, but I just really want to explain it to them the way I see it. I'm not really a huge JJK fan because I, binge read almost the whole series, so there are many plot points that I actually forgot. Reading it weekly actually reminds me stuff when I look at the Wikipedia, but since the chapter is not officially out, the description of the chapter is not really available, so I am kind of blind right now. And speaking of theories, I don't really think I have any theories left because that's what I talked about in the previous chapter. Because the same thing is actually repeating so many times that it's kind of, I'm just not really phased that much about this chapter. I know it's peak, I know it will be amazing when it's animated, but for now, I am kind of. Not really great about this because it's the basically the same thing that's happening over and over again, and me actually waiting for an entire week just to read the same chapter, which kind of looks like the same chapter, I mean the previous week's chapter. But yes, I know that there will be an outcome for this battle sooner or later, probably in just 3 or 4 more chapters. I am really curious on where they'll go. I still stand by the theory that Gojo will die in this fight, and Yuji will be the one to defeat Sukuna by himself. I really want to know how this things go, so I am really waiting. So that was all for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like Shonen Jump content, just subscribe to my channel, and I am reviewing every single episode of different anime in the form of shorts. So if you don't want to miss out on that too, hit the notifications icon so that you'll never miss out on any other videos. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, sayonara guys. Chan out.